I was just going to ask about how this international break has been for you, because you obviously ended on such a high at Aston Villa, and maybe was that a bad point to end or a good point to end going into the international break, and now you build up for this game against Everton?
I think when you win a game, you want to keep the momentum and keep working with that game. But now everybody went away, so then you need to recharge and do other stuff. And I think that's also fine. This time we had a few more players because Jamaica didn't, our players there didn't go. So we had actually a little bit more numbers, which was good because then we can actually train a little bit more on patterns and everything. I think in the best world, you will want to work with the players every week. And even if you win or lose, you want to continue work. But now I know this system. So we had a really good week with those players who were here, and I could have meetings with them, discuss individual feedback for them. So I'm kind of using this space to make sure that they know where they are and how they should continue to develop. And now everybody came back today, and it was that feeling when everybody's back and the energy just raised so high. So it was a nice training today.
And could you any team news updates on the players that have come back or any injuries?
So Sunday's game will be the first one where I can pick Ellie Brazil. So she's back from her ACL. So I'm gonna pick the squad tomorrow, but she's available for my pickup. And then the only one who's not available is Beth England, but she was on the field today with football boots running, so she's taking steps as well. So it's a lot of good players to pick from, and I'm very happy about that.
That's great news about Ellie, because I know she's been out for an awfully long time. So how has she impressed you, or what has she shown you in her return to full fitness?
I mean, I heard the story last year, just like in the beginning of the season, getting that injury and being away from football so long. But she's so positive when you meet her, and she works so hard in the gym and on the field. And I think she's a very likable person. The players really like her. And I think everybody's very happy about what she's done. And she's done amazing work in the gym and on the field. So she feels strong. She looks really sharp, actually. So it's going to be so fun to start playing with her in the future now.
And finally, from me, it's the start of a run of fixtures that maybe you look at and should be probably getting points from. They're teams that are developing like you are, but the points are there for you to take. Is that a really positive look when you look at this month ahead? Is that like really positive that you think you can get some really good points out of this block?
I mean, if you look at the total season, home games to get against teams in the middle or in the bottom of the table, those are the games you need to win if you're not going to end up in the bottom. But for me, we can win against the top teams, we can win against the bottom teams, we can lose against the top teams, we can lose against the bottom teams. So for me, it's more like, how can we play the style and become better in these games? Yes, there's more like expectations that we could win these games, and perhaps we should win these games. So hopefully we do that. But it's also a good way for us to play in front of our fans and show them where are we. We have improved every game, I would say. And can we take the next step now and actually improve and play really good football these games? I hope so. I think so. But you never know in football, so we have to wait and see.
Brilliant, thank you. Good luck on Sunday.
Cheers.
Chris Buck from Cheekix, thanks.
Hi, Robert. I was going to ask about how an international break usually goes when most players are away, which you did answer. So just want to say, did you personally get any more free time than usual to go and do something else away from football, maybe just a day?
I'm trying to reduce the days when we are a smaller group, so they get a little bit shorter days here to make sure we are sharp, and then I get some more time with my family, basically. So I'm trying to be with my kids as much as I can and explore England. Right now the weather is not the best, but I think I have a lot of much to explore and meet people here. So I'm trying to go around London City and get the whole picture of that city. It's a big city, so it takes time.
And obviously Martha Thomas has been outstanding so far. Many people have mentioned that recently. Do you see a possible situation where Beth England is fully back to game fitness and they could play together? Because the assumption would be that you could only play one at a time. Is it something you've been thinking about? Is it a nice problem to think about?
I mean, if you look at Beth England before, she was a 9. If you look at Martha now, she's a 9. So if you just look at it, they will compete against that position. But I'm quite flexible in my way to find new roles for players. So I'm quite sure that I'm going to find a way for them to play at the same time. And I'm having a plan for it. So it's more like I don't want to stress Beth to be back and, push herself. We need her to be in really good shape. But of course, I have a plan for good players can play together, and I can make sure it fits the way I want to play. So I'm kind of just waiting for that moment to play them both.
Just the last one, Robert, you did touch on it in your earlier answer, but just life in England really now. Are you getting a lot more used to everyday life here, maybe a lot more than when you first arrived? Is the communication easier?
I think I develop my English every week. Basically, it's a new language for me. I know I have to speak English, but it's a lot of accents in this country, and it's a lot of new words for me. So I'm learning that, and I'm also trying to, learn how it is to have kids in this country, go to public schools in England with school uniforms and everything. And my wife moving here as well and trying to get a new job. She had a great job in Sweden. So it's like big difference for that. So the football is the easy way because, I coach in the way I know how to do it. But the life around England is different from Sweden, but it's also very much developing for me. And I like to develop as a coach and as a person. So I think I love it. And I think it's a great country to live in. It's more what you want to do every day and then being bored because it's so much to do. So it's a fun country to live in.
Thanks, Robert. All the best.
Cheers.
Thanks, Joe.
Hi, Robert. Just one topic from me, really. You mentioned Martha Thomas. Obviously, last time out, scored that fantastic hat trick. Has she already exceeded expectations for you?
Absolutely. I mean, I couldn't believe that she was supposed to score those goals so early in the season. I was just expecting a great player coming and, fight for us and try to develop us. But the way she scores, the way she press and defend for us is amazing. But also her willingness to just take next step with this. I don't think she's done yet. I think she want to continue score goals and do assist and win games with Tottenham. So I think the goals is really nice, but it's more like how she is as a person and what she brings to Tottenham training ground, because she works so hard every day. And that's for me the best thing, because she press, she runs, she fights, she discuss stuff. So for me, she's a brilliant person as well.
Yeah, so a key person in the dressing room. And then just, how many goals can she score this season if she keeps on going like she has done? 20?
I mean, those
25?
Yeah, but I mean, you can say what number you want. She will continue to score goals, and as a nine of this team, you will score goals. But for me, she is around those goals. If she score them or she helps the team to win the ball, and then we score with another player, I don't really care. But of course, she can score many goals, and she can win the goal scoring league this year. Of course, I mean, she's already up there and scored 6 goals. But I'm not really expect that she need to score those goals. She just need to do the hard work and make sure that she tribute to the team. So then the goals will come.
Of course. Well, best of luck for the weekend, mate.
Cheers.
Thanks, George. Shall we try again?
Hi, Robert. Can you hear me now? Okay.
I hear you. Yes.
Oh, happy days. Yeah, sorry about that. I think my headphones have packed in. Sorry if this has been asked as well. But obviously back at home on Sunday, and you've only had one home league game so far. I know you played in the cup, but how excited are you to actually bring your football back in front of the home fans and a bigger crowd of Tottenham fans as well?
I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, 3 away games in the first 4 games in the league. I'm not used to having that kind of system. I normally have maximum 2 games away, right? But it's the first game against Bristol was a good atmosphere. The audience were there. Then we played a cup game there as well, of course. But I'm really looking forward to bring the audience, the fans to the stadium. And, a part of this journey is to not just play better football, is to bring more and more fans to the stadium and make sure we do it together. And right now it's a good atmosphere here. And right now fans want to see us play, and hopefully they can come to the stadium and support the girls, because they're playing really good football. And in the long end, we want to, have a full stadium and also play the games on the biggest stadium. So for me, that's the part of the development we want to do, to play that kind of football that they want to come and watch us and support us. And Aston Villa away, we had 200 fans, I think, and they are singing in the end. And I think that's brilliant. So hopefully we will take steps every week, and hopefully we can play the way they want it and make sure that they are happy how we play it.
And just finally for me on a similar theme, Leyton Orient will be playing on Saturday, and I don't think the weather's meant to be great. Have you kind of sort of thought about and kind of looked into how the pitch potentially being muddy could kind of affect the style of football that you're looking to play for Sunday?
I mean, we invested a lot of money this year to make sure that pitch is good. So I think it can handle a lot of water, and I think it can handle another game on Saturday. And then when you come to the game and you see if it's something you need to take care of, then you need to just, be aware that you might take a few decisions. But the main thing is, I think we should play the way we're going to play, even if it's windy, wet, dry, artificial grass. I'm not really a big fan of changing stuff. I just make sure we're going to try to deal with it and make sure we are sharp in some situations. So hopefully the pitch is good enough to play some really good football on.
Thanks, Robert. Good luck on Sunday.
Cheers.
Ajman, if you want to go next, thanks. Let's try Reese. Sweet. Does anyone else have any questions, or should we just stop there? I'm going to take that as a yes. All right. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.